Hey guys, John Steingraber here, broker owner at Signature Realty NJ. In this video, we're going to talk to you about how to make your offer stronger. We are in a super competitive market right now, and there's some things that you can do to increase your chances of getting your offers accepted. So, number one, limiting home inspections. You don't want to waive the entire home inspection unless you've already inspected the property and you feel confident that the property doesn't have any issues. But you don't want to have the standard home inspection clause either. What you want to do is you want to limit your home inspections to major mechanical, structural, or environmental issues. That will make the seller feel a little bit more comfortable with accepting your offer. Okay? Because you're not going to ask for any cosmetic repairs, chipped paint, maybe a cracked window or something like that. Take all those things into account. Anything that you can see at the property that's an issue, if you know you need to replace the roof, if you know that the kitchen needs to be done, that's things that you can see when you're walking through the property. So when you put in your offer, account for those things already, right? Obviously, if there's a major structural issue like a cracked foundation or environmental issue, there's an underground oil tank, things like that, or major mechanical issues, the HVAC system doesn't work. Of course, those items require professionals, a structural engineer, an environmentalist, maybe potentially doing lab work and things like that. So we can guide you through all that. But that is an important term, right, of your contract, a contingency that you can make better than the standard offers that are made. That makes your offer stronger. The second thing you could do is partially waive your appraisal, right? If you're putting in an offer, the house is $700,000, you're putting in an offer for $725,000, let's say, because you really want to get the house and there's a multiple offer situation, you can say the house only needs to appraise for $700,000, right? Even though you're offering $725,000, just check with your mortgage broker and anybody that you check in with your finances to make sure that you have the extra money to bring to the closing table. A lot of times you don't have to bring more money to the table. You can just put a lower down payment on the property. Meaning if you were putting 20% down, you can lower your down payment from 20% to 15%. Talk to your lender about that, and that will help you a lot. The third thing that you can do is waiving things like a radon. If radon remediation comes back where it needs to be done, it's about a $1,850 to $2,000 fix. You can waive that, okay? Meaning you could still do your radon inspection, but you're waiving the idea of them having to repair that. That lowers the friction in your offer and makes it even better. Flexible closing date. A lot of sellers need a little bit more time to find a property, right? If they just put their house on the market, especially in a competitive market, they just put their house on the market, they might need a little time to, move, box everything up, and then find a place that they're going to go. So your realtor should be calling the listing agent and ask them, hey, does the seller need a little bit of time to move out? Would it benefit them if they had a flexible move date? And that's assuming that you also have a flexible move date as well. If you're selling your property to move into this one, you might not be able to do that. So if you do have that flexibility, use it to your advantage to make your offer stronger, right? Anything we could do to make our offer stronger is a good thing. Sometimes we need to pull information out of that listing agent to see what is important. So the question that your realtor should be asking is this. Hey, Mr. Miss Agent, other than the price, what are some things that would really benefit the seller in this offer, right? Would a flexible moving date be good, right, et cetera? And hopefully you'll be able to gather some ammo to make your offer stronger than others. Some realtors never call the listing agent at all. They never ask those questions. They just submit the offer, not knowing that they might lose the offer just because of their close date, for example, okay? Things like a big deposit or a big down payment. Those are items that are important. And even if your client if you're the buyer and you're getting a VA loan, for example, you might not have to put any money down, right? Because VA loans offer 100% financing. But you still want to put some sort of good faith deposit. So the bigger your deposit is, the stronger your offer is. If you're putting 20% down on a $700,000 house, that's a $140,000 down payment, right? one thing that you can do is make it a $100,000 deposit or a $140,000 deposit. Your deposit is going to stay in the attorney's escrow account, and as long as you don't violate any of the terms of the contract, your deposit's going to be safe. And if you end up canceling the contract due to a valid reason, your deposit comes right back to you. So there's not much to worry about when you're putting a deposit. It just shows that you have the funds to do it. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with that, one thing you could do is maybe in that case put $25,000 down, but then also show proof of funds. That's the last one there. So we'll get to that in a second. But the other item that can make your offer stronger is not having any contingency as far as like selling a home. So if you can put your house on the market, get it under contract, get past inspections, and sell your property and then go buy another property without the home sale contingency, that's going to be a much stronger offer. If there's nothing you can do about that, well then of course, it would be a good idea to have the house on the market, listed, and have your buyer's agent submit your offer along with comparables and showing that your home is priced aggressively to get the property sold quickly, right? Or else a seller's not going to accept that offer with that contingency. And then talk to your attorney in regards to having timelines, right? To get past your home inspections on the property that you're selling, to get past, the mortgage commitment on the property that you're selling. All those timelines are going to now play into the property that you're buying. A good realtor can walk you through that as well. And lastly, of course, a pre-approval, and not just a pre-qualification, right? There's a big difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. A pre-qualification you can basically download off the internet, right? They hand those out like they're candy. You put in some information on the computer and then you get a pre-qualification. A pre-approval is a little bit different. That's where you're going into giving more information about your income, documentation, pay stubs, tax returns, things like that. They pull your credit, etc. That's when you are actually pre-approved for the loan. It doesn't guarantee you the loan, but you're actually a few steps closer, which makes it a stronger offer, right? Because you have a pre-approval. And it's always very helpful for the lender to actually make a phone call to the listing agent to let them know that you, as the client, is a strong client and that you've already submitted your pay stubs, your tax returns, you've verified employment, things like that, and you got a letter from your employer saying that it's very likely that you're still going to have your job, right? All those things are going to make it a little bit stronger. And guys, sometimes it's that, right? Tony Robbins says it's 1 millimeter difference, and the golf ball can go in a totally different direction. In offers, in real estate, everything that your real estate agent does for you is going to make the difference between you getting your home or investment property or whatever you're placing an offer on, and that's important. One last bonus for stronger offers, if you're really aggressive and you really want to feel confident that you're going to try to get it or actually prove to the other side that you're confident that you're going to close, is what's called a non-refundable deposit, okay? Subject to major issues like mechanical or environmental, things like that. So you can actually put a deposit where you say, look, if I don't get the loan, you get to keep that $10,000 deposit. If you're really confident you're going to get the loan, then you can do things like that. Attorneys don't like things like that, but they're also not in the market, right? They're not really competing with all these other offers. So it really depends on the market that you're in. Hopefully this is going to help you determine what are the things that you want to include in your offer to make them stronger and help you get your dream home. Thanks for watching this video. If you got some good content out of here, please give us the like and subscribe so you can get notified of any upcoming videos that we have.